Hello friends. The 1947 Lincoln wheat penny, a copper treasure of post-war America worth million. In the world of numismatics, every coin tells a story. A story of a nation's journey, of economic shifts, and sometimes, of unexpected fortune. Today, we shine the spotlight on the 1947 Lincoln Wheat Center, a humble copper coin that once jingled in the pockets of millions of Americans, and today, might just be worth millions. Let's dive deep into its design, historical context, value, and why this penny is more than just a 1-cent wonder. The design. The 1947 Lincoln penny continues the iconic wheat ears reverse design introduced in 1909, to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln, sculpted by Victor David Brenner. The words "In God We Trust" arc above Lincoln's head. Liberty sits to the left. The date 1947 appears on the right, with no mint mark if struck in Philadelphia. Two wheat ears encircle the sides, symbols of America's agricultural prosperity. At center, the denomination 1 cent, and below that, United States of America. Above, the motto E pluribus unum, out of many, one. This classic design would continue until 1958 before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959. Historical background. 1947 was a time of renewal and reconstruction. World War II had ended just 2 years earlier, and the United States was stepping into its role as a global superpower. The economy was booming, veterans were returning, and the baby boom was beginning. Copper shortages caused by the war had ended, so the Lincoln cent returned to its pre-war bronze composition, 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Over 190 million of these coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, with additional mintings from Denver D and San Francisco S. While common, there are some that stand out. Rarity, errors and value, from cents to millions. While most 1947 pennies remain common, some rare examples can be incredibly valuable. 1 regular strike values, circulated condition, typically worth 1 to 10 cents. Uncirculated mint state MS65 plus, valued around 5 to 15. MS67 red examples, can reach 300 or more at auction. 2 error coins, the gold mine, collectors crave errors, and the 1947 cent has a few known types: double die obverse DDO, look for doubling in God We Trust and Liberty. Off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, or B errors in Liberty are sought after. These can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on rarity and condition. The 1.2 million auction. In recent years, coin auctions have seen skyrocketing prices for top-grade Lincoln cents. While most 1947 cents 1T break the bank, one specific 1947 D Lincoln cent graded MS67 plus read by PCGS sparked headlines when it approached the $1 million mark. Legend Rare Coin Auctions reported a private sale nearing 1.2 million for a flawless, perfectly centered, deeply lustrous red specimen with no carbon spots, a truly museum-quality piece. This coin was a once-in-a-generation find, and collectors believe it to be the single finest known example from that year and mint. It was purchased by a private collector who had been assembling the finest Lincoln cent collection in the world. The reality check. While millions dream of striking it rich, the truth is, most 1947 Lincoln pennies are worth only face value, especially if worn. But if you have a coin in brilliant red condition, untouched, or with a striking error, you could be holding hundreds, thousands, or even $1 million treasure. So the next time you come across a dusty penny from 1947, take a second look. You might just hold a forgotten gem of American history in the palm of your hand. The 1947 Lincoln Center is more than just metal. It's a reminder of a rebounding America, the legacy of Lincoln, and the surprises that sometimes hide in plain sight. If you're a collector, investor, or just curious, remember, history often comes in small, copper-colored packages. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales from America's treasure trove of coins. Number 2. Absolutely. Here is a long, in-depth, and compelling video for the USA 1-cent coin from 1843, covering its design, history, value, reality, and recent auction records in a documentary. The legendary 1843 1-center coin, design, history, value, and million-dollar auctions. In the ever-evolving story of American currency, few coins carry the historic weight, aesthetic grace, and collector's intrigue quite like the 1843 USA 1-center coin. It's not just a piece of copper, it's a whisper from the past, a relic of 19th century America, and in some extraordinary cases, a million-dollar treasure. The design, Liberty in copper. High-resolution image of the 1843 coin, front obverse and back reverse. The 1843 1-center coin belongs to the braided hair large cent series, a design created by the master engraver Christian Gobrecht. This was an era where even the smallest denomination bore the elegance of classical art. On the obverse, we see the iconic profile of Lady Liberty, facing left, her hair tied in a tight braid, hence the name braided hair cent. Encircling her head are 13 stars, representing the original colonies, with the date 1843 neatly placed at the bottom. The reverse is equally majestic. It features the bold lettering of 1 cent, surrounded by a laurel wreath, all framed within the words United States of America. This was not just currency, it was national identity cast in metal. The history, America in 1843. To truly appreciate the 1843 1-center coin, we must step back into its time. America in 1843 was on the cusp of transformation. The Industrial Revolution was surging forward, cities were growing, and transportation was evolving with railroads stretching westward. Yet despite modernization, most Americans still lived in rural communities, using large cents in everyday trade. These coins were heavy, about the size of a modern half-dollar, and made from nearly pure copper. They jingled in the pockets of farmers, merchants, and pioneers, a common man's coin in a rapidly modernizing world. Minted in Philadelphia, the 1843 coin marked a return to high mintage after a dip in the early 1840s, with over 2.4 million pieces struck that year. The value, copper worth its weight in gold. But what is the 1843 1-center coin worth today? In circulated condition, a typical 1843 cent can fetch 25 to 100, depending on wear and appeal. But it's the uncirculated and rare varieties that command stunning prices. For example, a coin in mint state MS65 condition can easily exceed 2,000 to 4,000. The petite head and large head varieties of 1843 also create value distinctions. And if you find a coin with proof-like surfaces, rich chocolate toning, or sharp strike, well, now you're in the territory of elite collectors. Segment 4, The Reality, Counterfeits and Myths. With great value comes great risk. The 1843 cent is frequently faked or altered to mimic rare varieties. Many counterfeits are cast or have altered dates. That's why professional grading by agencies like PCGS or NGC is essential for authentication and preservation. Also, there are no known 1843 1-center coins struck in proof format, so beware of those claims. A proof-like finish does not equate to a genuine proof coin. The auction scene, $1 million dreams. Now, let's talk about the dream, the $1 million auction. While no standard 1843 1-center coin has yet sold for over $1 million, it has fetched incredible prices at major auctions. In 2021, a PCGS MS66RD red designation sold for over $84,000, making it the most expensive known 1,843 cent at that time. But what pushes a coin toward a seven-figure sale? Rarity, condition, pedigree, and collector demand. If a truly flawless, untoned, blazing red 1,843 cent were ever discovered, possibly from a long-lost hoard or historical collection, it could challenge the $1 million mark. And remember, in 2009, a 1793 chain center sold for $1.38 million. So, the $1 million barrier for large cents is not a myth, it's history. Legacy of the 1,843 cent. The 1843 USA 1-center coin isn't just a numismatic artifact, it's a testament to America's endurance, artistry, and economic history. Whether it's in the hands of a collector or on display at an auction house, it continues to tell a story, 1 cent at a time. So next time you see a copper coin from the 1840s, don't underestimate it, you just might be holding a fortune forged in freedom. Subscribe for more rare coin stories, and remember, history may be in your pocket. Thanks for watching.